All right, Bodnass S, what's your hopes and expectations for the new Call of Duty for esports?
Why are you guessing?
I'm looking for you to answer it.
It really just needs the key esports features like the Codcaster.
Caster's essential.
The in-game features like I think now how Ghost did the press select and you have all the rules set. I think that's really good. I think a true skill ranked playlist is extremely important. We've yet to see it in Call of Duty. We had league play, but that wasn't based off true skill ranking. So definitely that. And then just constant support and feedback. I think that's really the biggest thing. If they had a community outreach person who would like sit down with pro players or pro teams or organizations and be like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we need, this is what else can we try? That's really important. So if they do those three things, I think it'll be fine.
I think just good, honest communication from developer to community. I think that's really something that Call of Duty in general wants. Constant communication, just honest. If you can't get something done by a certain time, just let us know when it's coming. Give us an accurate time instead of just waiting around for months.
That, and we saw in Black Ops 2 league play, started to take off after champs, and if they really promoted that more, like throughout the entirety of the game, I feel like the competitive scene of Call of Duty would grow just dramatically.
Because I think with Call of Duty right now, it's more of a casual game, but if you promoted the competitive side to it, people would be drawn to it. So I definitely think they need to reach out to that group.
All right. Huge Mallet. He's going to ask, in what opinion, what's the best play you've ever made at an event? Wow.
I have too many, I really don't think there's a best.
Start off with the humble one.
There's just so many great plays I've made over my time.
I'm just trying to think of all the great plays you made.
Yeah.
So many coming in.
Want me to just start?
I
got one that I'll always remember. It was at EGL something in Europe.
Wait, no?
No, it wasn't a Ninja Defuse.
That was awesome.
Well, I had a Ninja Defuse that was pretty sweet at Gfinity 2. But one of my favorite plays was on Raid Hardpoint. It was against Jake. I'm not sure what team he's on, but he was top laundry, and I Halo ninja'd him. So he shot me in the back, and I just jumped backwards over his head and knifed him in the back. And it was probably one of the coolest plays I've ever done.
That's sick. I want to see that.
Yeah,
it's fairly embarrassing.
APOC is the only person who saw it because he was right behind me.
Now Jake's embarrassed. Come on, give us one. I know you have so many. Just give us one.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to go with top control on Sovereign. As S&D bomb was down, I was in like a 1v2 and I killed the first guy, and I just bunny hopped across the nest back and forth.
His best was against Impact at Anaheim. That Slums.
Oh yeah, that was a Slums hardpoint versus Damon's
walking
team.
around invulnerable.
I went on like a 10 kill streak and I dropped like 38.
He had to be glitched. He was getting shot at and he just wasn't dropping.
I just didn't miss.
It wasn't really a great play, but it's one of my most memorable ones because of the faces on TK at PAX when we got the last.
Oh god!
So it was overtime. They capped in like 18 seconds. We capped in like 17 seconds.
It was 17.7.
17.
It was the most embarrassing thing.
It was so embarrassing.
We literally
they
ran straight to the base, grabbed the flag. Nobody stopped them.
I literally ran straight to the flag, nailed the guy, ran away.
Why?
And I capped it at the last like 0.1 seconds, and then all their faces, they're just like.
What about you, Porter?
Most memorable play was probably shooting down your helicopters in G1. There's the default class, which had some kind of
M27.
M27 assault rifle with some kind of bazooka. And you know what? I shot down the helicopters.
He was worried the gun was banned. He's like, I don't think I can kill anybody with it.
I was like, is it banned? Is it banned? And I used it, shot down the helicopters, and then I killed like 5 people in a row with the default class. And I just thought that was like hilarious. Not really my
that was pretty funny.
That was sick.
Mr. Chunky Barf wants to know.
Why is it chunky, man?
I don't know. He's been eating some weird stuff.
Just be normal.
What game types would you like to see in competitive COD for the next Call of Duty Advanced Warfare? I think we go on Hardpoint.
Yeah, I think a King of the Hill base game is definitely
I want something complicated. Like, Hardpoint was so complicated. Me and Tyler were talking about it. With Bryce, it was like I could talk about Hardpoint for like 3 hours. Like if I were to just describe to someone who is.
It just makes you play at such a high level. You have to be able to do so many different things in a in the entirety of the map. You have to know when to stay alive, know when to stay in a certain part of the map, know when to push out of the hill, know which way to rotate with your team, know which tacticals to be running to counter the other teammates.
I always thought if we had 2 hard points, 1 sabotage, and 2 searches, that would be really sick. So I definitely want to see the return of sabotage, even if that's not the name of the same basics. Yeah. But sabotage is definitely a great game for Call of Duty because it adds strategy and raw slaying, which I think everyone loves to watch.
What do you do?
I miss War personally.
Oh yeah.
Played it a lot in COD 3, played it a lot in Call of Duty World at War. I think that's the last Call of Duty that had War, so that was one of my favorite and probably best game types that I've played.
And if you guys don't remember, War is basically a tug of the war type of game, and you battle flags back and forth, and then you have to cap all to win. It was definitely probably the best momentum.
You had to push.
Yeah, it was the best momentum game.
I miss Demolition too. I thought that was a lot of fun and competitive. Being able to
you get a lot of kills.
That's what doesn't make sense. There's so many good games we've had over the years that have just been taken out. So I mean, I think we just need a COD that has everything. Yeah, just have everything. Next question.
Retro's in now. I don't know how to say this guy's name, so I'm not going to try and say it. It's ridiculous. Best and worst thing about Call of Duty Ghosts. I can say, I think the worst thing, it's not necessarily the worst thing. I think that the time to kill is so fast that, yeah, I mean, as a caster, I mean, you're just literally switching from screen to screen. People are just dropping everywhere. You don't really know what's going on as a viewer. The best thing about Call of Duty Ghosts? I'm trying to think.
I mean, honestly,
I think the maps play pretty well in search.
No. Say what you said last year.
What did I say last year?
What you and Betty said. I'll say it. I'll go.
I don't even remember what I said.
Maybe you should just go.
Okay, worst thing, probably the fact that quick draw is 3 points rather than 2.
Yeah, I think the point system's a little off in general.
Quick draw is probably the most skill-based perk in the game. It just like complements good players, and I don't know. Best thing about Call of Duty Ghost, as Matt and his team at COD Champs last year said, the frame rate.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was actually funny.
60 frames per second. That's the best thing about Ghost.
I like the pace of the game. If we're playing a team that's also using a lot of fast-paced classes with marathon, it can be really.
I like that it's sub-dominant. I like Call of Duty when they're sub-dominant games. I think that's important. A submachine gun, obviously, because it does add to the pace of the game. Which
I feel like that's why a lot of teams are struggling now in this game too.
Yeah,
a lot of teams have. You've seen in other Call of Duties, teams will base their team on 2 or 3 strong AR players. In this game, you just can't do that. You need strong submachine gun players.
I think that's why TK did so well at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
You can't have JCap and Proofy on the same team, okay?
Nope.
You just can't do it.
No. Yeah, absolutely. Johnny Boy 181 says, which event are you most excited for coming up in the next few months? I think we're all pretty pumped about X Games coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to be huge.
After that, G3.
G3's definitely
sick too. I think we got 3 big events coming up that are going to be really, really entertaining.
Rank them in order.
If we go to E3.
1 X Games. 2 G3. 3 Anaheim.
Agreed.
Pretty fair. This comes from Zach Kearns. Obviously, you guys are currently the best team, but if you had to choose one team, who would you say matches up best against you guys right now?
All right, this is going to sound weird. I think Envy is the second best team in the game, right? But I think as far as matching up against us, I think FaZe Black, clearly.
Yeah.
They're the only team that has the raw slaying power that can even hang and run and gun with us. But overall, I feel like Envy's the team that can beat every other team, and then we're the team that can beat all teams. But
I would say it's kind of a stretch, but let's say you take FaZe Black's natural talent with Envy's drive to get better and overall teamwork. That'd be a nasty team. Yeah. If you could take.
That's pretty much the only way people are going to beat us if they play 8v4. But yeah.
Shut up.
What about you?
I want to say I don't really. Yeah, as you guys said, like the team that best matches up against us doesn't technically exist.
Mm-hmm.
And
because we're that's what Tyler said is Envy and FaZe Black have what we have, but they're on 2 different teams. Yeah. FaZe Black has the slaying. Envy has the teamwork.
I don't even think it's just in individual base. I think it's a lot just the players. I don't know what
mentality.
It is. But it's when we play Envy, it's we know that it's envious. They're not going to be doing dumb stuff. They're not going to be doing random stuff. And when we play FaZe Black, we know that they're not going to play extremely smart. We know that they're not going to do teamwork based plays like Envy would, and I don't think it has anything to do with the players. I don't know what it is, but it's just that's how both those teams have always been, and even if they change their roster, that's how they've been.
This one's gonna come from Craig. As a team, what's been your best experience on Call of Duty? It's gotta be Champs.
Nah.
Champs was
Champs was
too lighthearted. Like it wasn't like Champs. We obviously wanted to win, but it was more of a we knew we had to win.
Like with this team.
Oh,
I think winning Philly was probably the most proving thing.
Philly was that was an event we needed to win.
After we dropped Clayster, we got so much hate and backlash about picking him up, and then we go to Philly and we just dominate. And I think that was really like that was it for us.
Yeah.
I think coming back from losing regionals and then like the amount of fall of coal tweets, because that's a thing apparently, like the amount of stuff that we got from that just because we lost regionals, which was a qualifying event, and I don't know, to come back and win Champs felt good, but I felt like that wasn't how I wanted to win Champs. I felt like I don't want to say it was easy, but I want to say that I wanted a better challenge, and I know that we all wanted a better challenge. And it wasn't like there was anything Envy could do. Like Envy was playing,
they were playing good.
They went 15-1 in map count, but then they were playing for 6 hours in a row, and that really puts a hard toll.
There's only one team I've ever seen do that. That was Evil Geniuses at UGC Niagara.
Yeah. And us in Anaheim 11.
Oh, that was fun.
That was unreal to watch.
That was fun.
Watching that was awesome.
Yeah. All right, so one more question. This is from Six Winks. How do the guys feel about their move to EG? I think we're all extremely excited, happy to be here.
Look at this team name. Does this not fit me any better than it possibly could?
It really couldn't.
I feel like it sort of fits all our personalities. We're kind of cocky.
We're about to shock the world.
Like this.
This guy's so different off stream, guys.
I'm an evil genius. You'll never know.
Yeah, but that's gonna be it for today, Reddit. Thank you for all the questions, and just thank you in general from everybody at Evil Genius.
Group hug for the stream. Get on this, Crim.
More than teammates.
I'm the awkward one.
More than team. I have the iPad. I can't really get my own.
Shout out to Monster, HyperX, Cyberpower PC, PlanetSide 2, Razor, Ben Q. Someone want to finish it off?
What? No, you started. You ended.
Right? You're the voice, Teep.
Yeah, you have a
You're the voice. All right, the movie voice ended, guys. Here it goes. Here goes the movie voice.
Come on. What should I send us out? Send us out.
We'll be back soon. We enjoyed your questions.
Give us something, yeah.
We'll be back soon. We enjoyed your questions.
We enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Give us something.
I need something cooler than that.
I'm hoverhanding right now, bro. Let me get under.
You want to go under? Hold on. Let me go over the top. Yeah, there we go.
Let's end it. End it right with the movie voice.
Comfort. Give us something good.
Thank you for the great questions.
It's been a pleasure.
1 week. Evil Geniuses, X Games, gold medal.
Dude, that's so creepy, but it's so good. I like it.
We're out.
He's crying.